Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the reading for this week, the love outlook for my lovely Geminis. Alright, we're doing the air signs. So Gemini, let's get right into it. My name's Rebecca, and I'm going to take a look at your energies so far, your spirits that are impacting this relationship. Now this is a weekly love outlook, and it's a weekly love relationship outlook. So whoever is in this connection with you, it could be that you guys are in challenge or in reconciliation. You may be living together or not. You know, whatever the state of the relationship is, we're going to take a look at it. But it's a connection that you have with someone who is significant in your life, right? So show me what's going on with my lovely Geminis. Straight out, we have Spirit of Travel, Spirit of the Gargoyle, and Spirit of the Staircase. So, travel, of course, common, you know, that makes, what else could that be? Traveling, moving around, relocating, perhaps moving where you live, you know, some kind of journey is involved. We have Spirit of the Gargoyle, which is all about protection, right? Being a guardian, being a protector, being that fierce, you know, that fierce protect dog, right? Protection. And then we have Spirit of the Staircase. I just love this card. Take a look at how beautiful it is. It's all about progress, right? The long road home, ascension, right? Getting to a higher level. Very, very beautiful energy. So let's take a look at your cards. Okay, so we're going to get right into pulling out the cards for you and your person, Gemini, and see what they hold for you. Now, I'm releasing or premiering all 12 videos from now on at once, so you don't have to wait days until you cross-watch or check out another video. So this video is going to be for anyone who has Gemini energy in their significant parts of their chart, like Venus, Mars, rising, or moon, or sun. But if you have another sign in another position, then I urge you to check that reading out. That might resonate with you more. Show me what's going on, my lovely Gemini. You want to know what's happening with this connection this week. Oop. Hermit flipped over. Show me. Now, my regulars know I normally have my nails done, but I had to give them a break, guys, because I was using these designer press-on nails from people who make their nails, and beautiful artists who make them and stuff, but I had to give my nails a break. So you guys are going to have to deal with my bare nails for a little while. All right, your person is resonating with the Emperor, and you are coming in this week with Page of Wands. They see you as a Seven of Cups, and you see them as the Moon. They desire a Nine of Cups, and you desire Nine of Swords. Wow. And what needs to happen? Page of Pentacles for them, and Seven of Swords for you. Wow. Well, bottom of the deck, we have Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is absolutely about, you know, a lot of energy coming in, communication, mixed messaging. Eight of Wands is really it's like a critical mass level, right? It's when things just start to, you get a lot of energy coming in, a lot of people coming into you. It can also be the viral card sometimes when you go viral, if we're doing like a business reading or career reading. But here in this reading, we're really talking about, this is the undercurrent of the reading at the bottom of the deck, and Eight of Wands is really generally will signal a need for putting boundaries in place, because you can see those wands are all coming in at different lengths, at different speeds, right? It's just too much coming in. So borders, boundaries have to be put in place, Gemini, in order for you to handle everything that's going on around you. So that's just the undercurrent. Let's go ahead and see what your reading's all about, my beautiful Gemini. So we've got Emperor energy and Page of Wands. This is how you guys are coming into the week. Your person's coming in with Emperor energy. So they are definitely coming in as the authority figure this week. They're coming in this week with this energy of being in charge, right? Taking control, taking charge, taking leadership, making decisions. The Emperor shows up it's divine masculine. So it's that divine, fiery masculine energy of going out in the world, putting your stamp on things and taking the reins, right? Taking control of the reins. And this is how your person is coming into the week. You're coming into the week with Page of Wands, Gemini, which means that you are really following kind of your goals, right? This week is all about you sort of overcoming any fears that you may have about following your heart, following what you really want to do with your life, with your career, whatever that goal is. It is a goal that you feel passionate about. But more than anything, pages are always earth. Pages are always associated with earth. So when we have a Page of Wands, we have the earthy aspect of fire, right? And so what we're talking about here is, the practical steps, the earthy practical steps that we make towards the things that we feel fiery about, the things that we feel passionate about. Pages are also always associated with overcoming fear. The first step to overcoming fear in that suit. And so the first step to overcoming fear in this suit with the wands, overcoming fear following your heart or your dream, is to just go out in there and begin to take those concrete steps toward it without fear of being ridiculed, without fear, of that people around you may not understand your vision, right? These are all of the little hang-ups and insecurities that we have, but the Page of Wands talks about that energy to overcome them. Now, how do you guys see each other? Your person sees you as, they see you as, their dream come true. They might be even a little bit unrealistic about their relationship with you or about what you present to them, because Seven of Cups is a very sort of pie in the sky, perfect outlook. It's that perfect kind of, daydreaming outlook on life. What could I have? You can see there in the card, these beautiful things, all these beautiful things. But a lot of them are very unrealistic. And this really speaks to the card, the energy of the card. Your person sees you, but they do see you. The way they see you to a certain degree is a little over-idealized, or they may have unrealistic expectations about this particular connection with you. How do you see them? Well, you see them as the moon, and that's not very surprising because Eight of Wands has come in, and I told you earlier, Eight of Wands is sometimes a time where you really need to put boundaries in place because so much is coming in. Well, with the moon, there's kind of a similar, there's a complementary energy here because you're seeing them as the moon in a sense that you can't quite get a handle on them. The moon is also very sort of, that moon energy is elusive. You can't quite put your finger on how you're feeling. The feelings change, right? There's a lot of anxiety associated with moon energy because you don't know what's going to happen next. It feels very much like a testing phase. But that can also be said of Eight of Wands, that you're not sure what somebody is really trying to express to you because the communication and the energy is so disjointed, it's so chaotic, it's not cohesive, it makes no sense to a certain degree. It's when people act a certain way and their actions don't jive with the energy they're giving up. This is all very similar to moon energy. So you are seeing this person and they seem very sort of, it's not like you can put a handle on them. You're looking right now, Gemini, I'm going to say that they're a bit of a mystery to you. They're definitely a mystery that you feel like you have to experience or that you have to figure out, because also moon energy is like, it's talking about that journey through the valley of darkness that you have to take to overcome your fears and to see exactly how strong you truly are. Moon is the 18. The first 8 is the strength card. And so with the moon card, we find our strength being tested. All of the strengths that we have accumulated within ourselves that we believe we have, those strengths are tested during a moon phase. And so this is not a concrete feeling that you're having with this person. Now, what do you guys desire? You both desire. So there's a lot of 9 energy here. The Hermit did flip over during the spread, guys. Remember that? So the Hermit is the 9 major arcana. And it really, of course, talks about that journey that we make that is very solitary. The type of journeys that we take that are all about sort of, I want to say, our spiritual growth, right, etc. And so here we have two more 9 cards, and all the 9 cards inherent in them also have a touch of that hermit energy. So 9 of Cups is that bliss, that happiness that we have. Just being joyful with the connections that we have in our lives. Maybe not having that deep, deep, deep one above all connection that would rise us to the level of the 10 of Cups, but certainly being happy and feeling blessed with what you have. That kind of very sort of I'm happy in my own skin attitude. And this is what your person is desiring. It's interesting. 9 of Cups, what do they desire? 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is happiness, and it's really just to be happy. It could very well be also that they are just very happy with the state of the relationship the way it is now, that they're happy for it to be at a 9 and not necessarily at that 10, which would be the next level of commitment. We're going to pull some more cards to see exactly what that is all about, but it's interesting because they see you as this really idealized partner, this idealized person, almost like a dream come true, and then what they desire is kind of falls short of the whole shebang, right? Because the whole shebang would be the 10 of Cups. And you are really resonating with 9 of Swords, right? So you're having a lot of anxiety. What do you desire? I feel like you desire to know what's going on. You're really plagued with a lot of, you're plagued with a lot of unsurety and anxiety in this relationship, Gemini. 9 of Swords is sleepless nights. And while your person is desiring 9 of Cups, they're quite happy and blissful, and that's what they like and that's what they want. You are quite like, you're seeing them as moon energy. You have this 8 of Wands there, and then you have the 9 of Swords, which is in your desire position. Well, no one desires anxiety. So whenever we have this kind of anxious kind of energy or this kind of negative energy card in this type of position, it's you really truly are desiring freedom from this feeling. Let me pull some more cards, and then we're going to get to the bottom of it, because there's something going on here. There's something going on here, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that you are dealing with somebody here who's very kind of they may not be expressing themselves to you correctly. They may be quite stoic or something, but something is going on with them, and it's giving you a lot of anxiety. And you're not quite sure if you can put your finger on it. Let's see what is going on with my lovely Gemini and this individual. Almost as if, is there a threat to this relationship coming in that you feel? It could be that you are feeling like someone is coming into this relationship. Because it almost feels to me like your person is carrying on, and it's like, oh, nothing's wrong. But you are very deeply feeling something is wrong, but you don't know what it is. Right? It's that feeling of like, I know something's up with my partner. And then, of course, the person you're dealing with, Gemini, in this particular instance, is coming across as the masculine energy. Now, it doesn't matter if you are both too masculine, too feminine, too female, male. It doesn't matter. Gender doesn't matter, but it does indicate to me that that this may indeed be a reading for a Gemini who is more of the feminine energy in the relationship. Maybe even a bit more of the submissive energy in the relationship, because your person is coming in as Emperor. And they're also coming in as la-di-da, I'm not really sure, whatever, I'm happy, I got my shit over here, I'm in charge of everything. And meanwhile, you're over here feeling quite confused, overwhelmed, anxious. So it could be like one of these situations, like, is your man up to something, Gemini? You know what I'm saying? Is your man in this situation, your masculine, divine masculine in this situation, is something going on with him and you can't quite put your finger on? Are they traveling a lot? Spirit of travel, and it's interfering. 5 of Pentacles, Death, and 10 of Swords, oof. Lovers, 7 of Cups, oh, and Page of Swords. All right, so, well, Gemini. It feels to me like this might be a relationship that this week is going into like challenge. It's going to be quite hurtful maybe for you, Gemini. I feel like this relationship is going through a change, and it's probably been going through a change for a while. Your person, Gemini, has probably been pulling away from you for quite some time. There may have been some money issues that were involved. I'm gonna kick it to you real straight, Gemini. This is a really specific message for some of you. I feel like some of you are dealing with someone who has been traveling for work. They've been almost had to travel for work a lot because of the nature of their work to keep the coin coming in. They probably most recently suffered some kind of setback with regard to work in their career, right? And they're kind of building themselves back up from it with that 5 of coins. And so as a result of this traveling, though, it could very well be that something has happened. They may have connected with somebody else or something has gone on. I don't want to necessarily go down that road of third-party energy, but I will say that the traveling has interfered in some kind of way, and it's really knocked something loose in the relationship, and now the relationship is going through a big change. And the change is on your person's side, because while I'm pretty sure they're the ones who have probably been doing a lot of the traveling for work or what have you. And it may be that you haven't. You've been kind of maybe at home, and I don't mean to say just sitting home, but you're not traveling with them. You don't necessarily work with them. You have your own things going on. But this travel has really knocked something loose for your partner. And now there's the death card. And now it's changing. There's a loss. There's a loss happening in this relationship. Where they were very over-idealized about who you are and the way they saw you. Just as quickly as people idealize you and over-idealize you, it's just as quickly as they will drop you too. So to a certain degree, I'm not saying that they're dropping you, but something has shifted. There's a death card there. So something has shifted in this relationship and has died to a certain degree, and it's not at the same place that it was. This is why, Gemini, you are feeling so much anxiety and unsurety. And you see them as lovers, so you're really coming into the week trying to pursue the love angle with this person. And I think that what's happened is that they are no longer on the same page with you, Gemini. There's an energy here that they're no longer on the same page with you, with this lovers energy. You have 7 of Cups here over, so 7 of Cups has come out twice. Right in the same row, really, position and row. And 7 of Cups, again, like I said, is unrealistic expectations. And I think that really you had unrealistic expectations, and also your person had unrealistic expectations of this relationship. And then once the logistics came into play, once the traveling happened and all of the other stuff, life, right? Once actual life kicked in, something has shifted. This death card is playing very major. Let me notice a major thing has shifted. 10 of Swords is coming over your 9 of Cups for your person. So they are kind of done, right? So something has happened and they are done. And it almost feels like, I'm going to be honest with you, Gemini, it almost feels like they were with you, or this relationship started off or came about, developed during a time. This is 10 of Swords, during a time where your person was probably going through a lot of stuff, right? A lot of ups and downs, a lot of blows to the ego. But they're at the end of that now. They're doing really well, Emperor. They've come out of this financial rut. They're doing a lot of traveling. And now that they're kind of coming out on top and they're experiencing some happiness in their life again, certainly happiness with all kinds of relationships in their life. Because 9 of Cups is about being happy with all various relationships you have in your life in general. So it's interesting. It almost feels like, Gemini, like you're dealing with somebody who was in a bad place for a little while. You kind of nursed them back to health, and now that they're kind of back on top, they've been traveling, they've been doing their business. They're at the end of their healing period, and now they're quite happy to just be on their own. 9 of Cups. They're happy to just kind of be on their own. Hermit energy. They don't necessarily want a real relationship or tight relationship with you here, right? In Guardian and The Long Way Home, it could be that they may be coming back this week, and this week may be the week that you guys have this conversation, because something has been happening. 9 of Swords and Moon. Something has been coming down the pike for you with this relationship. It can also be that they've been far away, like I said, traveling far away. This energy has been coming in. 8 of Wands, you guys may have had phone calls with each other that just didn't sit right. What needs to happen in this relationship? Well, what needs to happen is your person, Page of Pentacles, is coming back with actually basic work, step-by-step, basic labor is what Page of Pentacles is, right? It's like the earthy aspect of earth. So it's being very, very practical and very grounded. And your person just needs, for your person, they really need to come with that. They need to come with sort of really basic, simple, grounded attitude towards this relationship and towards the future of this relationship. What needs to happen for you? 7 of Swords. Well, there is a thief in the night energy here. And again, it feels like perhaps there is someone you know who is in on sort of this relationship in a way. They may be friends with you and your person. They may be the interference that has come in. You know, an example could be, you know, like your person may have been traveling for business, and meanwhile this other person who you're mutually friends with may have been indeed communicating with them, connecting with them, and all of these things sort of almost on the slide. Remember, the 7 of Swords is the thief in the night. And for this card to come out in your position for what needs to happen for you to get what you want, to get the positive outcome that you not only want and should have, is recognizing that someone is interfering, someone is betraying you. Someone is really the thief in the night here. So there's definitely some outside influence going on here that you really need to know about. Now, the outcome of this relationship, I can't really say here. Because there is love here. But what I can say is that this is the challenge coming up this week. Page of Swords is coming in for you. Stay confident. As far as you're concerned, you need to stay confident, Gemini. And this is going to be the week where you guys are going to really be, this is going to be coming up. You know, the unsure feelings, the miscommunication. And for those of you who are resonating with this reading, that's what you'll be needing to talk with your person about. What has been going on? What is this shift that you've been feeling where you almost feel like they're pulling away? Why are you suddenly feeling like you're unsure of this relationship? There's a lot of things here that have gone unspoken, but there is love here. And a lot of what's happened here is also just a natural consequence of work, having to travel for work and things like that, but also someone in particular who you know interfering in your business. You know what I'm saying? Like a thief in the night just coming in and interfering with things, right? Sneaking off, getting a little piece of energy here and there. You don't even realize it because you probably trust them. You probably believe that they're a close friend or what have you. 7 of Swords is a card you really have to watch out for. It's a really big warning card. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at this, my lovely Geminis. I went over a little bit. I do love you guys so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, subscribe, and share. Check out the other readings in your weekly and monthly list, which should be sort of, if I linked at the top, coming up. But for right now, Gemini, have a wonderful week, and I shall see you next week for your weekly love outlook. Don't forget to check out my channel for the rest of your readings. The July monthly readings will be coming up soon. We're in July, but I'll be posting them very, very soon. And I'll be coming back to my live stream next week, Passion, Patience, or Pain, which is it for you and your lover, the Cross Watcher series. But for right now, Gemini, have a wonderful week. Stay safe, stay healthy, most of all. Stay kind to each other. I love you. Bye-bye.